The island of Key West has changed, but its history lives on through the families who've called it home for generations. I'm Natalie Liz with Expert Realty, and today I'm here with Chef Martin Liz at one of his newest ventures called La Pincha. This is a beautiful food truck located in the heart of Kino Plaza, right off of Fitzpatrick Street and Green Street, only steps away from the harbor. I'm going to let Martin talk a little bit about his history here in the island and where we come from. We both have deep local roots over many generations, but he's the better storyteller, so no. We're looking forward to connecting you guys with a little piece of history from Key West.
Yeah, tremendous history here in this location. It's a great venue. There used to be restaurants here. The Kino Sandal factory has been here. I believe my father and the Kino family have gone back many years. My tia Paula had a restaurant over at the end of the Plaza here many moons ago. And I actually had my first job cooking in the building across the street, which was the old rooftop cafe. So I've kind of done a full circle, and back to Fitzpatrick Street. We're about a block away from Mallory Square and a block away from Duval. We have our food truck that we just set up. It's called La Pincha because La Pincha means your job or your workplace in Cuban slang. So we decided to name it La Pincha because it's all the hard work and effort that we're putting into keeping culture and cuisine alive and the natural flavors to the island. So our menu consists of what I like to call conch cuisine, which is a mix of Bahamian, Cuban, other Caribbean influence, and then all the ingredients that are available on the island.
I love that because, La Pincha is something that you would hear your grandparents and all your ancestors say, hey, que bola, que hacen hoy? And we're like, oh, aquí en La Pincha, working hard and just grinding every day. So I love that he paid homage to our generational history there, and that full circle moment as I'm looking at the tower of the Shipwreck Museum, back to where all of the historical roots that motivated and inspired our families to come here and work. And La Pincha is also, it markets itself. It's kind of grab and go on a pincho stick, so everybody that may not have Latino roots, like the Liz family and lots of other, the Ruiz family and the other families that have started this Kino Plaza can still connect with it on another level and really dive into our culture and cuisine. So thanks for that little piece of history. We could walk around a little bit and talk to you about some history and come along. This is just going to be the first of many. We're planning on having a little series of interviews and local characters who can really tie us all back to why Key West is so unique and why anyone who doesn't live here might want to come live here, or at least own a piece of paradise.
And I think it's a super important part of realizing where we come from.
Right.
This place has changed so much over the last 50 years, right, with such a huge influx of people that have moved down and kind of brought their culture and influence. But we got to also pay homage to the people that have been here forever and multiple generations. My great-great-grandfather was born here in Key West, and it's something we're proud of, and we love to carry on the traditions, and we do that with our menu at La Pincha. We're serving up fresh conch salad every day, mix to order. We have our cracked conch, our conch fritters, which are said to be the best west of Harbor Island, Bahamas.
We are.
So you got to come out. We're loaded with conch. And, we also do the pinchos, which translates to skewer, meat on a stick. And we're doing our tamarind glaze, our espresso rubs. And, interesting part, whenever we were actually building this out and putting our fence in, we dug up a bunch of conch shells that were underground.
Wow.
So it's kind of that conch culture. And what was this place? The aquarium used to be an ice house.
True.
And that's when they used to bring big chunks of glaciers down, and they would pull it into where the aquarium is now, into the ice house. And you wanted to buy some ice, you had to go chip it off of a piece of glacier. So it's pretty wild, all the details and history on this little island.
He remembers all of the moments that we forget, and there aren't many of our surviving relatives around still to pass those stories down. So I was so grateful to have the chance to talk with Martin today about things like that. And, my great-grandfather also worked at the ice factory plant before it burnt down. And it was when it was on the corner of Grinnell.
Okay.
So that history there. And then that was my great-grandfather on my grandmother's side. And then my grandmother's husband, who was my grandfather, owned Key West Souvenirs here on the corner of Kino Plaza, directly across the street from Captain Tony. So obviously everyone becomes friends. Everyone knows Captain Tony prior to him even being mayor. And there's just so many memories of them coming to pick us up from school and drive to Little John's and get a ham croquette for 25 cents and a Malta, you know, for $1, and then coming here to work. That was my salary. I'd be paid in food and love and croquetas.
It's not a bad salary back in those days.
Back in the day. And then if I worked really hard here at our souvenir shop, which we'll take a walk down later and look at, I could come over and get some ice cream, you know, from the Del Pino family, who also has a lot of history here in Kino Plaza and their ice cream shop. So I just love to hear how this legacy continues to get passed on and survive through kids of our age. I think it's our responsibility, you know, to keep this history alive. So it's great to see.
Yeah, absolutely.
And speaking of family history, let me show you a place that's a big part of mine.
Hey, I'm Natalie Liz, and we're here in front of what used to be my grandfather's souvenir shop. It was called Key West Souvenirs. And growing up, after school, I'd come and work here, all for the rate of a ham croqueta for 25 cents and a Malta drink, which is a Cuban cereal malt rich beverage that was served in a glass bottle. And all of the Cuban kids in the household were always fighting over who would get the last Malta. I wanted to pan across the street and show you Captain Tony's bar, because as a child, it was great to watch all of the tourists and locals alike learn to try to throw that coin into the fish's mouth. And of course, Captain Tony made friends with everyone. He ran for mayor and won. My grandfather would often pick us up from school. We'd go to Little John's Bakery on the way home, Little John's little grocery store on the way home from school. And then I'd come here and get put to work. And we'd sell souvenirs to everyone that came in off the cruise ship port and all of their employees. It was just great.
And now that you've heard a little bit about my family's history, let's head back over and see what Chef Martin's been cooking up.
It looks like we made it back just in time. I see Chef Martin there with some delicious treats, and I can't wait to hear all about them. Oye, primo, we're here.
Hello.
We're back.
Hey, how you doing?
Good.
Welcome back.
Thank you. What do we have here, Chef Martin?
Yeah, we got a couple of our local specialties here. We have our bollos, which
Those are
are
chickpea fritters, right? Some of them-
black eyed pea fritter.
Oh, black-eyed peas.
So we make them with black eyed peas. We soak them. Then we got a ton of garlic. We soak them. Then we got to peel them off shell by shell. Something my grandmother used to make me do after school. And then we puree that down with a bunch of garlic. We add, actually, it's a gluten-free flour that we use for it. So they are gluten-free, even though they are a hush puppy style. And there isn't much flour in it. It's more of the chickpea itself that makes the dough. We got a little baking powder, salt, pepper, tons of garlic. Super delicious. We have some conch fritters that what makes we have a secret ingredient in our conch fritters. I'm going to see if you know what it is once you taste it.
Okay.
Then we have a classic conch salad, you know.
Look at this.
Our conch salad, it's actually a pound of conch that you get in our cup here. And we marinate it with some fresh citrus juices and onions, peppers, habanero. It's got a little kick. Finish it off with some cilantro and pickled onions. So it's super tasty, super flavorful, freshly mixed. Is the best way I find it. A lot of people mix it ahead of time and let it sit overnight.
Mm-hmm.
In my opinion, it makes the conch really tough.
Right.
So we mix it fresh to water, and it's just fresh and delicious. But
Can't wait to
please dig in and try it out.
Before we wrap up, let's have Chef Martin tell us about the Bubba card. It's a little bonus for the locals too.
So basically it's 15% off any orders that are over $20. You know,
Great
so if you
deal.
get your hands on a Bubba card, you come on out, get it discounted. That's off the whole entire bill.
It has like a speakeasy vibe. If you get your hand on one of these little secret cards, you get a secret benefit, a little perk.
Yeah, and for the locals, you know, if you just come up and say keep Key West Conky, you could get that same benefit there.
All right, that's a key word. We gotta pin that. Keep Key West Conky. I love it.
Thank you for coming along with us today. These stories deserve to be remembered, and I'm excited to share more of the people, places, and traditions that make Key West so special. I'll see you in the next Local Spotlight.